Well, there you go, THL. How are you doing? It's Saku back again for your Sunday Showdown. We got part two of, I guess, the THL matches that are going on. So we have two matches tonight. This one kind of got dropped on me. I think Brushy got inspired from casting with Ron last night, so he threw his name in the hat to be the first match tonight. For his team, which is the Ashamain Pest Management. I'm joined here by fellow teammate Glacier. How you doing, Glacier?
Well, I'm doing good today. As another member of Ashmate's Pets Management, I'm going to be entirely impartial today.
So, other words, we're just going to say, why did Brushy do that? He shouldn't have done that. He just lost the game. So those are the three.
Yeah.
He would
We're
expect
just
that.
we're doing some light ribbing over here.
That's right. And I'm sure Ron will be coaching him from afar as well. So
No, they have a telepathic connection
that's
anyway, so
that's
you
right.
know.
So yeah, as I mentioned, we have two games that are being broadcast tonight. So one is Legacy Series, as you can see on your screen right now. So Brushy Tuna representing 8 p.m. And then we got Epic Mingo with the Major Classic The Stubbs group. So then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have another Hero Series match in Teal Conference. Some very experienced players with Chewbacca going up against Kira. So Chewbacca representing irresponsible teams or irresponsible captain's team, and Kira is representing Defias. So, but we'll flex back over to the Legacy series. So you want to go over the classes and the bands real quick, and I know the players are ready to go. So it's just a matter of
hmm So right now, it looks like Brushy's going to be bringing Demon Hunter, Druid, Paladin, and Rogue, and Mingo's going to be bringing Death Knight, Druid, Paladin, and Rogue. Uh, and it's a double Rogue ban. I think that's right.
correct.
Uh, which honestly, Rogue is very good against a lot of the field at the moment, so it's not too uncommon to have that, especially with the prevalence of Paladin. You get that free win against Paladin, or it's not free; it's a soft counter, meaning it does good but won't win every match. Uh,
Sorry.
Looking at Demon Hunter and Death Knight as the two odd offs. If we're looking at hand buff Death Knight, it should be good into the Demon Hunter because it's also one of those soft counters. But honestly, it's like 5%. If I 5% win rate either way on this. And Druid is just good against the board. It has a very even win rate slash loss rate across the board. So it's a not offensive bring for your matches right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so with both those players ready to rumble, we're gonna have for our viewers, we're gonna be spectating Epic Mingo first as the casters. So it'll be at the bottom of the screen with Brushy Tuna at the top of the screen. So we'll get them rocking and rolling right now. So there is some chatter within the DM group between the two players of it's a race to see who 3-1s each other. So
Yep. Gotta have that gotta have that competitive talk.
that's
It's
right.
all in good fun, but you gotta have it. Like you're going down.
Yep. So we're just waiting for Epic Mingo to kind of get back into the client. It crashed on them, unfortunately, but that's Hearthstone.
Yeah, that is Hearthstone right now.
So
I may
oops.
have some insight information for what's Brushy's bringing first, but I won't say that till we get into the match.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's see if Epic Mingo. Oh, Epic Mingo's on the list there. Both are well. Brushy's a gold ladder versus Epic Mingo's 1632 legend.
I mean, we're not all the way up. It takes a little bit to climb up.
Yeah.
Plus, generally, this is a busy time for everybody.
Yep. And really, the rank doesn't matter because we know Brushy can play. So
Okay, we're going to the game.
we are. So game 1 is starting. Perfect. We got Paladin, Brushy's Paladin versus Epic Mingo's DK.
And he did tell me that he was going to bring Paladin first.
So we're going with the Drunk Paladin versus hand
Looks
buff.
like a hand buff
Yep.
DK, yeah.
Justice has come.
Ooh, that's an interesting hand on Brushy's end, and you have a very slow end on hand on Mingo's end. Brushy going with the Liberty of Clarity version of this deck. I think that might be one of the better versions because you just tutor your flicker bots really fast here. He might just hit it right now just to get
it
another
rolling.
flicker bot.
Yep. We should mention these teams are both tied 4-4 right now.
Yep, this game matters. So plays the flicker bot down with the Hand of Adal to draw a card and give it 2-1.
Ooh,
Immediately trades in.
There's Epic
Let's
Mingo's
see.
big card that needs next turn. So
Yeah, Puppeteer is a very, very good. Oh, he got
Falric.
Filter too. Oh, well, horror or
Interesting.
interesting. This will draw a Morbid Swarm.
Never saw that card before.
Which one? Morbid Swarm?
Falric.
It's new. It's part of the new core set. It's not being used too much at the moment, but is very, like, if you discovered it like they did right now, it's pretty good.
So Brushy just getting rid of that and buffing up his.
Well, it's an 8/5. You can't complain about an 8/5 really.
Nope.
You can kill it with the Morbid Swarms, but one Morbid Swarm and Hero Power, but
Yep.
I don't know if you want to expend that type of resource. I would probably go with the Amateur Puppeteer on this end.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd still Puppeteer regardless.
You have a lot of good hand buff targets. Hand with the Quilter, the Muncher. Those are the ones you want. But it looks like they go the Swarm route.
Maybe gonna ping or Hero Power. And then throw the Buccaneer out. Who knows? So you can get, I don't know, maybe be a little bit greedy with the Death Rattle.
Plus, you have these spell zones getting ramped up really quickly. This is looking interesting. But another Resistance Aura and probably another Life-Saving Aura. He's just auraing up.
Yep. That was hard to say. Auraing up.
Auraing. I can talk. I speak English.
I'd be doing the same.
But I will say that Tuna's at the point that he can probably play his ball, get a... Oh, that is just so bad.
Yeah, it's going to be...
That is... Ooh, that's...
With no... Like, he doesn't know what... Brushy doesn't know what's in the hand, but no Muncher and Geist and Quilter in the back end.
This is very, very hard on Brushy. He's going to have to get some sort of comeback here.
Yeah.
Yep, and Shanty should be 5 mana.
Yep. Well, 4. I guess. Must
It's gonna be either 0 or 1 next turn because of Divine Bruise, but right now he's gonna just sock it to him.
Yep. Going uptown.
That's a really good interaction between Filter and being poisonous.
Yeah.
It just destroys boards. I'm pretty sure you felt that before in your game.
I certainly did. Yeah. My first game in Hero. That's I was playing Superhero, as a matter of fact, and that's what they pulled every time they had a moment. So, turn 6 come along. That was the play.
Another
Bow sticks.
another shanty. And he
Brushy.
is. So it's gonna be a bunch of divine brews on to these
Yep.
lovely, lovely looking crewmates.
Yep.
Just singing their hearts out. And probably playing another ooh, he's gonna hold the sea shanty.
Popping that. Popping the other one.
I mean, it's a hit into his
Yeah, this is
my
going to be super ugly. Brushy's not going
Plus
to
you
like
have
this.
oh, this is gonna be. They have the Rubian Stormguard too in hand.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
means
That's just mean, Epic Mingo.
ouch.
What? A win is a win.
Yep.
So this is if we didn't mention it already, Conquest format with regards to Legacy Series, best of 5. So that means that Epic Mingo cannot use I hope it was on the tip of my tongue saying Demon Hunter because I think that's what's coming next, but I could be wrong.
It's Death Knight. You're
It's
close.
Death Knight, yeah. So, all right, game 2.
You were right. It's Demon Hunter.
I must protect the wild.
So, well, that's a good opening for the Druid. Demon Hunter has some cards in its hand right now that it doesn't really like. That's a little better. You have your Cliff Dive and your Grim Harvest on curve. But having Symbiosis and Living Roots in hand immediately is great. Brushy also holding his Tusk Saber,
Mm-hmm.
Tusk Piercer. It seems like a very common thing for people to do right now. Grim Harvest, 2 Tusk Piercers.
Another tongue twister.
Yes, we're all about the tongue twisters. Symbiosis into. I don't think you can go with Dominus. Yeah, you go with the extra spell here for your hero power. My word. Yeah, you hold the reforestation so you can absolutely draw your cards that you want. It's an interesting Sadrasil inclusion in the deck. It's been really common to do so. It's always interesting to see. There's only one card in the deck that can corrupt the Sadrasil, which is Malorn at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Tusk Piercer. Get rid of the old Golem.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of flashes me back to Jade Golems all the time.
Yeah, I think this is entirely a flashback to older sets.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hard turn for the Druiden. You have to play your knight, your Bitterbloom Knight.
All right.
Okay, and that draw is that's a good draw. That's a ball hog.
Nothing like a turn 4 ball hog.
It completely changed the rhythm of the game at the moment too.
All right. Epic Mingo.
The abuse and probably hero powers here. Yeah, I would say hero power.
5/5 is going to be very large for turn 4 to look at.
Looking at Ildar study, seeing what he can find.
Glaive Smith.
Workshop
Or
Mishap.
yes, there you go.
That will do damage to its side thing. He plays Tusk Piercer for next turn, and next turn is going to be probably a Cliff Dive. I will note that he drew Patches, which is Hamul. In this deck, you don't want to draw Hamul.
All right. 1 damage.
Reforestation is ramped up to the biggest it can get, which is it can draw 2 cards for 2 mana, which is a very good effect. It looks like a Cliff Dive, and it is.
Ooh.
With Illidari Inquisitor for the 8 damage to the dome. And kill that 1/5/5.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to do anything if you're ball hog though.
I think you. Oh, I guess
When Rome, I guess.
I would have thrown the 88 at it because you know it's going back in the deck anyway. But
Yeah, same here.
it's brushy.
Yeah, he makes some plays we don't always agree with. And that's a really good comeback, by the way.
Yep.
That is 6 mana for 10. And stats on board is pretty good.
Yep.
But
Ooh.
the Ravenous is going to be really annoying with more of those ball hogs.
Yep. Taking care. Whatever the board is on there. Wow. Brushy said, I'm going to face it. Oh. ×2? Throw it up there again? Or. Nope. Grifta.
Playing Grifta. Trying to find a good trinket. He found a good trinket.
He could take control of an enemy minion.
He found 2 good trinkets. Yeah, that's take control and then trade off is probably best for him.
Yep.
We'll see how this interaction actually works. Nope,
There
it
it
works
is.
only on since he didn't play a Death Rattle minion. He doesn't
Yep.
get the Death Rattle minion back.
But that's okay. Neither does Brushy.
Okay. Oh, and here comes some. Here comes what's it called? Fell Hunter into Infiltrate. You infiltrate to get. Oh no, it's not good enough. I don't think.
No. Cliffside.
It still has Amulet of Passions, which, though not what you really want, is not terrible. And you can always red card one of the big 7/7s or 6/6s if need be.
Yep. Oh.
Take control of the 4/4.
I don't think Brushy thought that that was going to work the way it was. Maybe he thought it was going to be a 4/4 banging into the 6/5, maybe?
He just wants the pressure at the moment.
Yep. I mean, Druid is at 7, 6,
And he
5.
has an
It's slowly getting there.
Oh, you're good. I see lethal on either end. Do you see lethal?
No, but I'm gonna say it's there. There it is. Sadrasil. Oh.
Sadrasil would have given the Nightmare, which would have given +5 damage.
Yep. Instead, making a big boy taunt.
It's gonna be very close.
Another epic.
Is it time for another cliff dive?
I think so.
What do you have you have?
Ooh, wow. What do you do?
You don't have Fell Hunter. You get what you get off the cliff dive is Inquisitor and what's the? It's 12/12 that does 3 at end turn. That's the 2 you're gonna get off of this.
So you bump the ones into the Divine Shield and the 8/8. Then you 5 the Fell Hunter and then the Infiltrate, right? That's what you said?
It's honestly it's a toss up at the moment. The mana is not working out.
So it is Cliff Dive.
Mm-hmm.
Shadows grow long.
You have Cliff Dive and Infiltrate that you can do. And this is going to be specifically to live. Yep, Infiltrate to clear board. That's not enough.
Mistakes are part of learning.
There it is.
It was a very close game there.
Yep.
Down to the wire. I think that control of the 5/3 mid game would probably won that match.
Okay, Epic Mingo up 2-0 to Brushy Tuna. They're rushing back into it. So.
So this is gonna be our
I am your better
Paladin.
Arthas.
It would seem we are evenly matched.
I don't think I'd bring Demon Hunter first on this one.
Yeah. What did Brushy have? Probably would have
Actually,
left with Druid.
I would full.
Yeah, or yeah, Rogue's gone, so it's anyway.
Yeah, it'd be either Druid or Paladin. And Paladin, it would be a 50-50 if you're
And-
doing stat
And
wise.
Brushy's hand is horrible.
It is pretty bad.
Epic Mingos is gonna go a little crazy, especially with the
Oh,
light bot.
so
My
bad.
goodness.
He drew all of his 8 costs.
Brushy, buddy. You don't have to throw your last game, okay? Stop picking all your big cards.
And on the other end, we don't have too much to discount this light bot. You might as well play it outright.
Yep.
God.
My- let's just throw all my big cards.
Yeah, it's almost like he played Polk out and, and said, "That's it, the order I want to draw my deck in."
But the good part of it is
Yeah.
Epic Mingo's not going too crazy. So once
Yeah,
once turn 5 kicks around, I mean, turn 6. Well, you can't even do Cliff Dive. Is it worth doing Cliff Dive?
it
Yeah.
technically is because you do want to have those ball hogs in the field.
True.
Well, he goes with the CCG immediately. This is gonna be a fun game. That means
Oh,
CCG giving Demon Hunter cards from the first time
Oh.
Demon Hunter became a class.
oh my goodness. So Metamorphosis is a good card.
It got buffed. Its deck variation metamorphosis is not great.
All right. So Righteous Protector.
Oh man, enter to discount sea shanty,
Yep.
giving a
Double
lot of
coin.
time.
Yep.
Let's pick better metamorphosis. Yep. You played the Anton to do 10 damage amongst enemies in 2 turns.
So, do you want a board?
The real question is, yeah, this is it's bad draws on either side right now.
Yep. At least it's equal. Rushy is slowly getting a hold of it. So Cliff Dive bringing out the
With ball hogs and
oh
Bell Hunter. Just for clearing
yeah,
sake.
back in the deck you go.
And like I said, this has been a really slow. Oh, he plays Ursul into Sea Shanty right here, which will play. That's 3 turns with 15-15 on board every turn.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Here's 15-15. Hello. How you doing?
So that's gonna absorb. Oh, there you go.
Infiltrate.
And then
Kill most of that board.
get that 9/2 out of the way. Yep.
Yep.
Another sea shanty gonna be cast after this turn. Oh, there's a long
Yeah.
lost slither spear.
One of the best starters of this deck, but you'd almost just want to go with Flickering White Bot. You want the 8/8.
Yep.
But it's more than likely going to be traded into unless they have an answer.
Epic Mingo just yeah, they want to take care of that 10.
I mean, they have a lot of time.
Yep.
They
Another
have 2 more turns of 15-15. They have a lot of time.
here comes Mag.
You just honestly, you just play it.
Yep.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst. He'll kill these 5/5s next turn. But in the meantime, you're taking 15 damage from the 5/5s.
Yep. Yep.
And a life-saving aura is not what you're looking for at the moment.
I just can't believe how bad it's been for both players.
Oh, it's like drawing bricks, man.
Yeah.
One thing good for Brushy is that he has a lot of good value cards in hand right now.
Yeah. So would you put a light bot on there?
No, I would not. You're summoning 3 of these anyways. So he has to deal with... You can kill a bunch of these with Dangerous Scythe.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't need to worry about that at all at the moment, that means.
The Mag takes care of it.
But one good Vanessa draw and you're done, so. But it's a lot of pressure because I think the Dread Steed is going awake this turn and Make Therodon is going awake this turn. There's a good chance of this just being opposite end. Going the other way. Brushy's thinking.
Yep. Does he hear power and then? Nope. Gonna go with the Fell Hunter, so.
It's 5/3.
Yep.
And you're getting a 12/12 and a 5/5 as well. Come next turn.
Yep.
That is 4 damage for Ladessa at the moment. And a lot of mana. But 4 damage is not enough to kill at the moment. Maybe they're gonna try to make Ladessa big with that. Yep.
Job's done.
Honestly, Ildari's gonna help with that. Here comes Make Therodon.
Yep. Ooh, red card.
Red card.
You put Mag to sleep, or I mean, this looks like it's almost over.
It's a good chance.
Put Rag to sleep, or no?
And then you got CCGs from that, and then you don't put Meg to sleep because you don't want to deal with a white bot.
All right.
I know the 3 damage could do is a lot, but it's a 12/12. it's a big boy.
Yep.
And unless we have some sort of answer from
Automatic Hand of a Doll to Mag Therodon
a Dream Portal
to make it an even 14.
Oh, and that is
The battle is over.
that's win. Or she got his win off.
So Brush, you get a win. Okay.
But he has to play against one of the most oppressive decks in the format of Paladin for 2 more games if he wants to get this all. So we'll see what happens. It's not too oppressive, but the stats on the board is just so hard to come back from sometimes on the Paladin side. And it's it's a well-played game by Brushy. I will say that out loud.
You are not my king yet, boy.
Glad you could make it, Uther.
Okay. It's a Paladin mirror, though they have different ways. The Resistance Aura in Brushy's hand is going to help immensely versus...
Ooh, he threw it away.
He threw it away.
Brushy no likey.
I don't agree with that. But I just light in opening hand into a 1/3.
Life-saving
Aura,
aura.
pass.
Yep.
And that's 2 metal detectors. That's gonna
Another.
be an early Ursel.
Mhm.
Yep, you just bash your face into the 1/1 so you can get a coin. Plus the weapon is good tempo. Divine Brew is also good tempo. You can almost just Divine through his face 3 times. But he didn't draw a white bot, so he probably won't do that.
3-1 going into 2-3.
Probably not. I'd probably hit it with my face on this point.
Oh, there you go.
With the Divine Brew, so you can get 2 white bot spots. Yep, Russia made the right move here. That's 4 at 4 mana, 3 threes. And he also has a bunch of stuff that will discount those 3 threes in hand.
Todd's going to be troublesome for Epic Mingo.
It is. It definitely is. What you have here, though, you have Holy Glow Sticks and a bunch of healing stuff, so you can probably kill it a 3/3 at the moment.
What would
Or they're going to set up in their Ursuline Mall. One or the other. Yep, they're going to be drawing their highest cost card in the deck, and no, they're just going to pass.
No swingy.
No swingy.
Oh,
Rushy
boy.
just going, oh, I agree with this one. They are going with,
Opportunity.
we're going to see a lot of cards played this turn. We have a Hannah Doll that gets 2 cards in the hand. You have coins that get you 2 mana per coin. You get
Oh, boy.
Divine Brews that give 1 attack and another Divine Brew in hand. This is Rogue, baby. It's not Rogue. I'm just saying it's Rogue because how many cards we're playing right now, man.
Wow.
And those light bots in hand are 2 mana at the moment.
So having some 8/8s next turn.
We're gonna have some 8/8s next turn.
This could turn into a game 5.
Yeah, unless they can figure this out better than I can for their hand right now.
Uther
Because they do have Ledessa in hand, and a lesson Ledessa in hand is better than 1 deck.
What would
Hmm. They're hovering Ledessa right now, thinking that they could maybe take this back. With the coin, to get 2 mana off of that, they're gonna Divine Brew the Lanessa once. And probably Holy Glow Sticking something. Yeah, they're gonna Holy Glow Stick the 1/3 to get 8 health back.
Oh. Probably
wanted
just wanted the 7/5, yeah. Well, even that wouldn't have worked. Because it wouldn't have killed the 7/5. Anyway.
This is a lot of stuff in hand that you could do.
Yep.
You do want to kill the Lanessa. If you don't have lethal, of course. Okay, that is 11. That's 13.
Using the weapon.
Oh, holy light.
Does he have it? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I think they have it.
Yep. Just.
That is just lethal, yeah.
My goodness.
Like I said, when that's on board is better than 2 in hand.
Okay, so.
We're going to game 5, which is tradition, honestly.
Yep. They gonna have Druid going up against Paladin.
Should be a fun time. That's a pretty even matchup, so it's gonna be a lot of spells going everywhere. There's gonna be a lot of big stats coming down real fast.
Yep.
for Lordaeron?
Double Divine Brew in open hand. Oh, I would have kept it fine, Bruce. But on Brushy's side, he has Innervate and Symbiosis, which are two really good early game spells that you want. On the other hand, yep, you always go life saving or then Aegis the Light next turn. So you can cast the sunscreen on the whatever you get off the Aegis. All these are viable options at the moment. Goes for the later gameplay of it. That is a good card for this. That's a buffed Violet Spellwing. When it dies, it gives you an arcane missile in the hand. Oh, coin into probably Flutterwing Guardian for the imbue. For Divine Shield early is pretty good.
Yep.
And they can't answer it at the moment. Or Mingo can't answer it at the moment. Wrath in hand.
Must have slept in.
Ooh, Dreambound Disciple just to get that free hero power.
Ooh, arcane missiles.
Mm-hmm. Back in standard.
All right.
That's so that they don't summon a imbued golem next turn. But Brushy's not gonna do that.
Nope.
They're gonna be playing the wolves probably. Gonna play 4, 6, and stats on turn 4. I'm wrong again because
The Wind Fury.
Wind Fury.
Yep. 4/3 Wind Furies.
It's not a bad idea.
Yes, kill them. But you can.
Yes, he does. He can. He has to play a holy spell to get Holy Glow Sticks down real early, but he can kill them. And Life-Saving Aura is a holy spell. But unfortunately, you don't have anything on board to buff at the moment.
This potentially could take the 3/3 out now. Does he have Hearthstone's magical? Nope.
Honestly, he might not want to have take that 3/3 out yet.
True.
That free hero power is so helpful in a lot of these. He's hovering Bitterboom Knight, which will imbue his hero power even more.
Yep. You use Wrath or you save Wrath for something? Oh, you can't because minion or mana.
Even then, I would just save Wrath. We need to use it for against their opponent's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that pickup of the
Lunessa,
the ship's Chirrigan, often played into Priest right now.
Yep.
This is probably gonna be really good, decent. Oh, Mingo is saying, "Do you have it?" right now. They're saying they have it. Honestly, you go with the Satracil and you say, "No, I don't want this anymore." you dream it away and say, "You can play it again."
You play Nightmare, okay. Try again, my friend. Wasted spells.
And this is a lot of pressure too, because he does have the Ysera Awakens, which although it does do a lot of damage to your face, it does damage to your opponent's face as well.
Yep. So 8/6 is going to be going away.
Yep. It also allows for a free hero power next. This is probably just Awakens, yep.
The elusive and the dragon. Nope, not enough mana.
You definitely want to. Oh, you don't need to worry about that, actually. You want to play the 8/8.
And he did.
Roshi should know by now that he has both sea shanties in hand, and if he plays both of them, that's 33 in stats. So almost I would have held the Awakens for the shanties instead.
The sun shines.
Oh,
But Mingo decides to go with Flash of Lights. This is going to clutter his board at the moment.
Lightbot.
Lightbot. That's 3 mana now.
Can you do the amalgam? Nope. Okay.
You want the Lanessa to live.
Yep. Okay.
Probably rafts it. Let's see what he chooses. Deals his 8/8. Well, that's a swipe. Swipe and
Swipe.
horn, swipe. There's a lot of options there. Yeah, we're not doing with what else. So get out of here.
Yep.
And we're gonna play a 9/9. Just Imbued is very good at
Yep.
continually just having larger and larger men, and I
Yep.
think it's honestly better than Jade Golems. So not by much.
Okay. Dragon evoked.
It's a gift wrap whelp. I love that card. It's so cute.
Yep. I agree.
And now Mingo has a bunch of sea shanties for 0 mana.
Can't play
But my
Ursol.
question,
Yeah.
is it enough? That's my question. Righteous Protector. But we do have on the opposite end Flipper Friends to possibly take this back. But this is going to be a close one. You have 17 in hand.
18, 19. There's...
Oh, that's lethal.
Yeah, I was just going to say. He's got to get past the Righteous Protector, which is the Urs. 1.
2. I feel bad for the otters, okay? I always see them die. Oh, the reverse sweep. That was a very, very close game on either end.
Yeah.
On all these games here.
Very, very enjoyable game.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to Brushy.
It had me sitting in my seat and holding on for tightness.
All right. 2. Okay, just updating the second match, so we'll see if Brushy's available. Okay, Brushy said yes. I said no. Our typical banter. All right, here we go. Here he comes. Brushy.
Here comes the man.
Hello.
You made it. You look like you and Epic Mingo had some predetermined 3-1 results, which then turned into your favorite thing in all of THL Hearthstone. Yes.
Listen, look, I'm just gonna be honest. His last 2 Paladin games, I think I couldn't have drawn up worse draws.
Yeah.
You had some decent draws, honestly.
Both of you
You
drew horrible.
Yeah.
You
That
drew
Demon
more
Hunter game
horrible.
you
Yeah.
drew. We were commenting that you got like an 8, and then
8,
like
8.
7. I'm like, nah.
We were doing Sesame Street backwards. So
It was really bad, but that's
Did
okay.
you play? Did you play Polk Cult?
No. Yeah, I started the game with Polk Out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, it was a weird series. It was interesting. I messed up in the first DH game because I infiltrated the wrong minion and cost myself the game. I don't know if I would have won it or not, but I at least would have been dead on board.
yeah, I think that was
I think you're dead anyways from hand.
Yeah, probably, most likely, but you know, just small mistakes here and there. And then I had to pick CCG, you know, in the game 4.
Yep.
There's no way I'm not picking it. Like,
I was thinking you're doing that for the content.
100%.
But there was
Yeah.
no box, dude.
Yeah, probably should have taken Spectral Insight instead, but like, CCG was just chilling.
She was just there. It actually did very well because it did off your 5/3s. You didn't have any ball hogs.
Yeah,
So you
'cause
had
it drew all
those.
the 8 drops.
Yeah, yes.
I was real
Well
nervous
played.
the one turn I dropped back third on, but I think that was the only way I could ever win that game.
Mm-hmm.
Was take like 18 that turn and just hope I could turn it around.
And
You
you
took
did.
15. You took
Yeah,
15.
Oh, I think he traded, right? That's why it wasn't like 17 or something.
Possibly.
Yeah.
But it was the correct play at that time too.
Yeah, but it's just nerve wracking to be like, all right, this is the correct play. I guess I'll take 18.
Oh, we all know that. We all know that feeling.
Yeah. Like, seems fine. We'll just be almost dead. And then proceeded to sit at what, like 5 health the rest of the game?
Basically.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling. We were okay.
If they would draw on Sadrasil, you'd probably be dead.
Oh, facts. I
You'd be
he still got
sad.
the She Shanty with Ursula on turn 5 on me.
Yeah.
I know. I was commentating. I'm like, oh, he has 3 turns of 15 on board. That is that's something.
That was nerve wracking. I was like, oh, cool. My Paladin game sucked, but here we go.
Here I'm just gonna get run over, and that's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I'm just sweating over here. Like, okay, how do I deal with 45 worth of stats over 3 turns?
Yeah. Oh, but
But it
you
worked
made
out.
her through, buddy. You made her through.
I did. I really needed him to have a slow start in the Druid versus Paladin game, and he did.
Yep.
Which was, I think, like turn 5. I was feeling like this was unlosable. I just had to figure out how to get him there.
Yeah, he drew a lot of answers for that one.
Yeah.
And honestly, I found it very funny. The Sadrasil turn, it's like, I can stick a Lanessa. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Banished to the Shadow Realm.
I miscounted. I thought Lanessa was at 10 health and not 11, and I was going to double trade, and then I was like, oh, wait. I can't.
Yeah,
we'll return this to hand, go face.
we knew you were doing exacties almost.
Yeah. You know I'm bad at math.
That's why we play Hearthstone. We're bad in math.
Yeah. I just gotta hope that the clicky glowy buttons get me to lethal.
Legal, illegal, or legal? Legal or lethal? There we go. I can't
Who's
speak.
to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah. So, is there any going to be fantastic words of wisdom that Ron's going to partake on this win for the team?
What did Ron sent me a message in the middle of the game, and he just goes, "Hey, buddy," words that I will not say on stream, but don't mess this up. I think were his exact words.
Okay.
The clean version.
Yes. So that's words of encouragement.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would you say?
I mean, it's Ron. Who could have known? He could have been like, "I hope you lose," or something else stupid. Who knows? Who knows?
Hope you have
he could have
internet
said I'm a
connectivity
big
issues.
fan.
Yes.
Yeah. Except for he knows I'm not. Every time I subscribe, it's always like, "I hate you."
And that's
Brushy Tuna subscribed for 58 months in a row. I hate this guy.
yeah. Why is he still here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll let you go for the evening, but really thanks to you and Epic Mingo for jumping on and giving us some content and some
Sorry,
entertainment.
3 of the games were like no games.
Yeah,
But they were
it's
just
fine.
getting people run over due to bad draws. But
Yeah,
It's
At
the
least-
game. It
yeah,
happens.
yeah, it's Hearthstone.
yeah. We were
All right, lads.
if you rewatch the VOD, we were doing the typical Ron bashing Brushy kind of.
No,
No.
you made fun of me.
No, we
No.
didn't.
Just some
No.
light ribbing, nothing
Yeah.
terrible. I didn't say you're
You
an
know
awful
me, buddy.
player.
Yeah, I mean, I told Glacier before the match even started. I was like, "Go ahead and roast me if you want, bro."
I
He was
said
like,
light
"No,
ribbing.
no." Yeah,
I'm like a little bit of light ribbing.
It's all in fun, but so
Yeah, yeah.
congrats tonight, there, buddy, and
Thank you.
enjoy your evening.
I'm gonna go do chores now.
Oh my
I
goodness!
love chores.
Are you sweeping, folding laundry, getting groceries?
I gotta clean up one of the areas. My partner has 2 friends coming over, so
Okay.
gotta make an area look decent.
So you're gonna kick everything underneath the couch or in the closet? So,
Absolutely.
perfect.
Who do
be
you
the
think
closet.
I am?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks good. Opens closet.
Don't look at the closet.
Cap watch.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks
All
again,
right, lad.
Brushy.
Of course. Have fun in your next match.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right. So now we can go on to our second match. I just got to change some of the graphics here. Boom. One graphic on, new graphic up, and changing some of the colors. There. Now we're a pretty purple. Okay.
And this is Hero Series now.
We are in the Hero Series. Yep.
We can see a lot of one deck. Before it's Chewbacca versus Kira. Did we get the Vans, or that's gonna be?
I think they're working on it right now. So if you didn't get the ads already, did you get Kira and Chewbacca as ads?
I got Chewbacca. I have to look to see if I have Kira.
Kira might be under Invictus.
Oh, I might have not. I do have them. Yes.
Okay. All
So
right.
they're both bringing the Death Knight and Paladin today. And the 4 different other classes is that Chewbacca's bringing Demon Hunter and Priest, while Kira's bringing Hunter and Rogue, which is all a very interesting way of doing it. Priest is really good against something that's very slow, like because of the fact that Sarimi just sometimes just blows out games. It's
Mhm.
very good against slow decks. Double Death Knight. I think it's still gonna be hand buff Death Knight, but we'll see how that works out. We saw like 2 weeks ago a blood control Death Knight that just
Yeah.
it took a while. That's the best thing I can say. I do not like blood control Death Knight. It took a while.
Yes, we had Geranium Battle loves control decks, so that took a hot minute to get where they needed to go. Okay, just starting to get bans now, so we have Chewbacca banning. What is Chewbacca banning? Chewbacca's banning the Death Knight.
That's probably the correct ban in this situation.
That is banned. And still waiting for Kira to submit his.
And I will say, even though, like, team wise, the responsible captain's team has lost this round, point wise, you still want to do your best on this.
It's right. Yeah. Might as well play it because any points you get.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the season, when we go into playoffs, every point matters.
Yep.
I think last season it was like very close for Legacy that my team actually did make it in because it was like 2 points above the threshold. So every point matters.
Okay, so it's a double Double
Double
DK
Death
ban.
Knight.
Yep.
Okay, I guess we'll never know if they brought hand buff or blood control. So right now, Demon Hunter is most likely going to be the Cliff Dive version. It's very strong.
Yep.
Paladin's probably going to be Drunk Paladin as well. And then Hunter is going to be one of two decks, which is the Buff Hunter, which you're buffing up a minion in hand and playing it so you could scam stats.
Yep.
Or it's going to be a Swarm type of a Hunter. Rogue, we have Ashmane or Protoss. Ashmane is very good with a late game, but also pressures it early, so it's good across the board. Protoss has explosive finishes and has the Protoss package. I honestly, between the two Rogue decks, I prefer the Protoss, but Ashmane is just fun to steal your opponent's stuff.
Exactly. Okay.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, who doesn't like having fun stealing your opponent's stuff?
Exactly. So the players are pretty much ready to go. I'm just going to tell them they can start anytime. You guys can start. What do you think they're going to roll with first, Paladin?
Probably. It's the strongest deck in honestly, I might say Rogue on Kira's side, just to take care of the Paladin. Because of the soft counter of Rogue being a soft counter to Paladin, because of early stats that they can't deal with. But we'll see.
Yep.
Paladin is also a very good first going first one.
Yep.
For hero,
So
either
for
of those. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, for our viewers out there, we're going to have Kira at the bottom of the screen for Spectate for us. And Chewbacca is going to be at the top of the screen. So Hero Series itself is using last hero standing format. It's also a best of 5, but in this case here, the winner of the game still gets to play with their class, while the other person that gets defeated cannot.
Oh, it's Hunter versus Paladin.
Ooh. Right, here we go. Game 2, folks. Or match 2, I should say, of the evening.
Looking like good hand across the board. You have a Vicious Silver Spear in the Paladin hand, and you have the reserve spot into Mythical Rune Bear in hand. The Hunter. So this is a good opening for both
Players. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So the spear comes out and probably passes. And I think they're going to kill it. Yep. Arcane shot into it, and then the Wound Prey destroys the Slither Spear. We have 1-1 on board. Vanessa in hand for Chewbacca. Let's see. They could not wipe out Righteous Protector, and then Dragon Scale Armament to cycle a card and discount the Lightbot by 1. But you always draw first. Always Glow 6 they could play, but at this point in the game, it would not be the best to go. And they did go with the Protector and draw. This is probably a reserve spot or a Shepherd's Crook here. Reserve spot will give 4/4 to the Rune Bear and activates a condition of summoning copy of having more than 4 attack. And Shepherd's Croak would be able to kill the Righteous Protector and summon Dormant 3/3. So it just depends on how aggro you want to go. Oh, they go with the Shepherd's Crook line. Still pick up on the Paladin side, which is not the best, but also not the worst here. And they're just going to play the Lightbot. Mana 3/3. I'd play a 2 mana 3/3 in my deck.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Reserved spot.
Yep. Gonna discount that Ribera by 2 as well. This is gonna be a big turn next turn, I am gonna be thinking. Tracking gets Spirit Bond, Patrick Pals, a quick shot. Yeah,
Job's done.
probably Spirit Bond to be the strongest in this case. And on the other end, they have Divine Brew, which should discount both Shanty and the White Bots. But do you want to play all 3 of them this turn? That's my question.
Reporting for duty.
They just go with the slower line of, I'm going to develop a 1-1.
Ooh. Patchwork? No.
Probably, you want the Rune Bear down for sure. That's the one constant you want this turn. Because that is a lot of stats. That is 14, 16 in stats on turn 5.
That is
And
I gotta play this this class. I haven't played it yet.
it's a fun deck. I will say that much. It is a very fun deck to play. Very strong, but you have to have those lines. I have Rune Bear. And with Patrick Pals in hand, they can play Leok and Huffer
Mm-hmm.
and do a lot of damage face.
Okay. Patrick coming down, definitely. So they have lethal here? 14,
I don't
23.
It's 20.
Well, now they're just messing us up with putting Huffer on board. What are they doing?
It is. Let me see.
9, 10,
16.
13.
It's 25.
Oh my gosh. Big board.
But it's more than 25.
Nope, it's lethal.
It's 1 off.
Oh, because of the 4-3 can't attack.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, math is hard.
Yes, yes.
So they can glow sticks this turn, killing a bunch of these cards, but
All it takes
But
is a
for
hero
how-
power. Yep, hero power or
holy glow sticks.
another glow sticks.
And probably going to be
Not enough. Excuse
playing
me.
another Flash of Light, I think. Flash of Light and probably a Divine Brew. You want to live. But that is a lot of damage in hand. That is 7 damage in hand with hero power. And he
Yeah,
has
so-
the mana for it. So this is lethal.
This is the next turn lethal that we spotted. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we said 25. We didn't say next turn lethal. We can't count.
Here we go.
So that is the Hunter over the Paladin, meaning we can play Hunter again. But Paladin is going to be gone on Chewbacca's side for the rest of this series.
Yep. Okay. Bye, Paladin. Excuse me.
We'll see what they choose for next one. If you have a Tech and Priest to destroy the 7/7s, you should be able to easily win this game, but we'll see how that turns out. So it's Demon Hunter versus Hunter. Both having Hunter in their names.
Hunter.
Yep. I love the anime.
Don't watch them. My daughter does though.
I find them fun
And my
sometimes.
my wife's kid. He's 27, so it's not really a kid, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Gillian Hand. It's one of those games that means it's
Yep.
Gillian Hand. So Ildarian 1 probably gonna play the Sigil Runner here.
Mm-hmm. Get some more cards in hand. Yep. Tracking?
Tracking or fetch. Fetch if you get the Moon Bears will draw a spell as well.
Okay.
Depending on how many... We don't know what the decks look like. They could have Zodiacs as well, which is a very common secondary on this one.
Yep. Kira looks like they're going to play fetch. And
You get Room Bearer and a spell.
there you go.
1 mana draw 2. I'd put that in my deck.
Is it better than tracking? I've always hated tracking. Always. I don't know why.
I don't dislike tracking. I like tracking that now that it got changed. But it used to be very consistent for otherwise. But it's basically -1 card in your deck most of the time.
Simple hero power to the face.
Mm-hmm. Getting a little bit of a dud of a hand, especially with Ranger Gaily in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You might just want on 4 to play Ranger Gaily.
5 coming downhill.
Bird watching. I'm gonna coin out a Char here to give 1 card in his hand +6. You hit the right one. Oh my god.
Goodness. Right in the middle.
It split the uprights and got a touchdown.
The first ever kick through the uprights to get it to convert to a touchdown.
I watch very little football. And that is an 18-20 on turn 4.
Yeah. What's your hog gonna do now? I guess the hog could bump into the 9-10 and
It could be a 9-4 at that point. Yep, and then a good follow-up of the Elf Hunter.
Yep.
So you can actually kill something.
18 downhill.
Probably just gonna go face, honestly.
Yeah.
They can't really heal off of the fell. Oh, they have infiltrate. Never mind, I lied. They can bash into. They can bash the 5/3 in, and then infiltrate one of the other opponent's cards, and have the what's it called? The hogs go off immediately as well.
Yep. Shot. Do you quick shot the 5-3?
Honestly, maybe.
Nope.
I don't know what the correct play would be.
They decide to hero
they're
power.
They decide to make them have it. If they don't have it. They don't have it. And that is none of those are ones you're looking for. You were probably looking for I-Beam.
I-beam.
I-Beam or that workshop mishap.
Part of me always expects those ball hogs to activate as soon as they get reborn.
Eldritch Beings shuffling the hand, which
Didn't do
really
much.
doesn't do much. I was gonna say that doesn't do much.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the
Lethal?
9-4 and
Yep.
let's see, 2, 5, 7 plus 9. Yeah, that's lethal. I think that's why you run so much burn in your hand.
Yep. Okay.
So
Demon
far,
Hunter
this
is
Hunter's been very, very strong. Just getting that 50-50 for the Room Bear probably won that game.
Chewbacca just said, so it didn't shuffle. It's like, yep, I just found that out too.
Yeah, that card's not been seeing a lot of play. And you see why. I think it was supposed to be used with Zorta.
You give me strength.
By fang and claw.
Okay, it is Priest versus Hunter. We'll see how this works out. Kept fetch in the opening hand. On the opposite side, you kept pedo perfection and my UI is not letting me see prize vendor.
Prize. There you go. Fetch. Doing fetch things. And
Yeah, I'm getting Room Bear and the two cards you want off of fetch at the moment.
no other
On
minions in
turn one.
hand, so it's got no choice.
This is a good start for Chewbacca here.
Yep.
And I would probably hold off on using any cards right now for
Yeah, I agree.
Victus's side here. You don't want to draw any more since you want reserve spot value.
Yeah. As much as you want that 2-1 off the board, but
Oh, that's some pedal power.
all right. Still no other animals, so we might as well throw that reserved.
Yep, it gives 4+4, and it looks like they're considering Spirit Bond too. Yeah, they're killing off the 2/3 and getting
Guess that makes sense.
That Briar Spawn pickup is pretty good too. You want that happening now, not like. Bird watching into. They went with Vol'jin. I agree with that. By the way, pick up the Vol'jin. You can quickly next turn steal one of the Room Bear's buffs and give it to one of your cards.
Yep. Couple muscle.
It's a 9/9.
For 2 mana. Yikes.
I mean, technically that's an 18/18 for 2 mana.
True.
It's pretty big.
Man,
You're almost at the point that fly off the shelves will be able to kill these Room Bear. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons in hand. So it would do 5 AoE.
Kara gonna bump it again or just throw it down?
I would bump it again.
2 hyenas is not gonna do anything. A cup of muscle.
Maybe couple muscle, maybe couple muscle probably, and then play out that Room Bear for sure.
Yep.
Definitely deliberating about this turn.
Yep. They they know what type of priest they're running into now, so.
And
Okay.
there's the Ziliax as a backup for it.
Yeah.
So this is why they chose the Vol'jin off the Discover.
Yep. Get that.
Get those big stats out of here.
Yep. Did he throw it on himself or on a 2/3? There you go. That has to be on a 2/3. Yeah.
Yep, you want to trade.
Tradesies.
And goes off the gift wrap up for some tempo here. Which hit the Tormented Dreadwing in hand. And Birdwatching's only target will probably be Gilly at the moment.
Yep.
So we probably won't be playing that card.
A regrettable mistake.
You just put down Zoe X and say it's good.
We're only on turn 5, so it's not too bad, but
Yeah, it's still 812 in stats, and then if it doesn't die, it doubles its attack. So you just play it out. Make him have it.
do you hit the 3-2 or leave it alone?
I'm
Yeah.
unsure about that. And then Fly Off the Shelves just kills it. They have enough dragons in hand now. That's an 8 AoE.
Yep.
And then I honestly think this is a very potent combo of Ship Skirgan and Peddler.
Okay, so Kira's in a hard spot, I would say.
Yep. They're not out of the woods yet, though. I wouldn't count them out. They still have the Grace of the Great Wolf. They have Shepherd's Crook here. They can do a lot with what they have.
Yeah.
They do need to draw their other buffing cards, though.
So hit the 2-3, and then the 3-2s hit the 1-5. Okay.
Yep. Just value trade that away.
Yep.
I will also say that Invictus is on a
Zarimi.
clock. Yeah,
Yes.
they're on a clock. I think the next pull of
Find me in the dream.
the next pull if it's the dragon guy that discounts your dragon. The name has escaped me. If that's the next one.
Yeah, I'm
It's
nowhere
good.
near where. Let's see if we could find it.
Narrow X. That's the name. Narrow X.
Narrowax? Okay.
You
All right.
ruined-
Narrowax.
you ruined
Okay.
for-
7 cost. Gotcha.
Mhm. Narrow X into Ysera gives you 3 extra mana. I do think you just play the Gilly here. It's a ogre. Ogres are pretty cool. They have layers.
They don't get hurt too much. Their feelings don't get hurt too much. Three, 2 in the 4-2.
And Zarami is 2 dragons away from being active. Which matters.
Dream.
Fly off the shelves. I would almost play just a Dreadwing here.
Yep.
Get see some card
Nope.
draw. That's
Reserve
also a
spot.
Dreadwing. More than likely, because you go Crocolus reserves. Oh, you have Char in hand too.
Oof.
How greedy do you want to be? That's
Greedy.
my question.
Let's do greedy. Get rid of that and then go greedy.
You Char it. We're very close to saying get greedy. Char will kill the 4/5 and the Root Bear +2/+2.
Yep. Do it.
I try and telepathically.
Do it for the stream. Don't defy us. Okay. Playing for the smarter move. Probably doing the
Yeah,
char. Get it down to 1 so you can get a big
+6. Yeah, it's. Let's see how big it gets.
carry.
It's a
You're
long
too
13.
responsible. You got 11, a 13 with no Vulgin in hand.
At the same time, we're still 2 dragons away on the Zarimi Priest's look. So if it's a narrow X on top deck, they're looking for it.
Yep. That's not
Didn't
it.
get it.
Yes,
Where's
Sarah.
this? Yes, Sarah. Power shield.
Oh,
There is the card we've been talking about of Herald of the Fights, Derelict. Next turn, they're gonna Zarimi. They have to.
yep. Now, what is Kira looking for?
Here it is.
Another char?
Maybe an Archar. He has enough mana to Char and Room Bear.
You run your minions into it? Get it lower, but I don't think so.
Rob, maybe. Because if you're thinking of playing a Serene Priest, they have Briar Spawn Drakes in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance of just getting OTK'd. So you might want less minions on board. Or ones that kill a Briar Spawn. Man, those
To
are
the
huge.
dome. Yep, 16.
Oh,
Ouch.
ouch. Shadow Word Ruin. That's the tech.
Find me in the
Zarima is active at the moment.
Mm.
I think they're going to go with it.
I was going to say,
I think
I would hold
it's
off.
it's lethal anyways with
Okay.
narrow X into Briar Spawn.
True.
It's a lethal setup.
Again, another deck I have to try.
One of these last games I played, I've just do narrow X into Briar Spawn because I did not draw Zarimi. And it was the correct play at that time.
Look at that, 12-7, looking to try and get a piece of Kira, but game ended.
Yep.
Okay.
It had some fighting hands ready for Kira.
Yep. So the troublesome hunter is gone.
Mm-hmm. What's next is Paladin and Rogue.
Rogue to come out for Priest?
I would think that'd be a good idea.
Check with
Because Priest has some AoE, but not enough for. I think they're called Harbinger. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Death Knight.
You
Okay.
give me strength.
I'm cold.
Definitely.
It's Death Knight. And buff. Mm-hmm.
According to Vicious Syndicate, Zarimi Priest is favorable by 57%, 56%.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the hands and how everything plays. Like I said, it's soft counter. It's not like 40. It's not 60-40.
Okay. And
Oh.
yeah,
Oh,
it was a double DK ban, so
They're gonna reselect their deck and try again.
So Chewbacca flagging Kiro. Very sportsmanlike play. Depends on what they want to do.
Honestly, sometimes it's just an honest mistake, and I'd say you just go again. But so far, that Hunter was very, very dominant for the first half of that series. I'm very surprised how well that does.
The two players are talking it out right now, so it should be. And my curse are the captains for team.
Let's see what they decide. Oh, it looks like Saku next in a couple hours I get to do my legacy match. Be a
Here
fun
you
time.
go.
Still figuring out what they want to do.
Yeah, so still figuring it out, but more of a requeue. And if it happens again, typically that person loses that game. Not the match, but the game.
And it could be just an honest mistake. I would say we're not too
Yeah.
you don't need to be too hard on them. You just need to requeue.
Okay, they're rolling up right now.
Okay, it's gonna be
You give me
Paladin
strength.
versus Priest.
I fight in the name of honor.
Okay.
Let's see. Double life saving aura in hand here. And 4s on the other side. That Shadow Word Ruin will be good against the late game Shanty or the light box. I keep that.
Yep.
Oh,
Did
they pitched it away. You know, they can't hear me. Early ship's shuriken. And they should be able to stick it.
All right. They're still kind of chatting it out, so that's why there's a little bit of pause, but
Yep, you just played the life saving aura on 1. It discounts your white balls and deck and gives you sunscreens.
yeah.
Driving Shadows looking for probably Shadow Ruin or Fly Off the Shelves or
I would ruin because if you know they got they don't have the bears anymore, but I keep on thinking that they got Hunter, but they don't.
they were doing so well in Hunter that you can't think of anything else.
That's right. Yeah. Oops.
Resistance Aura so that making Chewbacca's cards in hand cost more for the next couple of turns. It's more impactful than you think.
Yep.
Starting the operation.
And Ship Shuriken ×2. Probably gonna be looking at that metal detector and saying, "Hey, there's Shuriken. We're gonna kill it and
We're
get
gonna
at this point."
gonna hit that one instead. Yeah. Wait, you got 2. That aura is pretty disruptive at this point.
And you just put down probably a
Find me in the
illusionary Kringling.
Yep.
6 health is a lot.
Yep.
Especially on a 4-mana card that has taunt.
And what is taunt, chat? What
Taunt
is
is cheat.
taunt?
Taunt is cheat.
We did mention it before.
Faith reveals the way.
So you go coin, O manager. Heal themselves. And probably, I guess it's I guess a white.
Yeah.
Light our way.
Use a coin.
Double coin so that they can hand of a dollar, or are they gonna give it
Have little time.
+2 +4? Nope, they use it to draw a card.
Yeah.
Divine Brew is gonna be useful to helping get off this green wing and get a coin.
Well, there's a Vol'jin.
Origin.
Heal? Yeah,
Well,
okay.
buffing the Sarah in hand. You can Divine Brew twice and get rid of the green wing. Well, Nessa came to hand too. They're just not drawing all their good cards. Oh, they're gonna make them have it.
Yep.
Brilliant.
So they do on board at the moment.
2-6 to the 2-1.
A difficult maneuver?
Would you Vol'jin this?
Oh,
No.
no, we would not fortune this.
This is your moment.
Oh. Well, 2 game 5s.
2 game 5s back to back. That was just a lousy draw. Like, they didn't draw any of their white bots. They didn't draw any of their good cards they want to buff. It just was unfortunate all around
Yeah.
that game for the Paladin. The Priest didn't draw too much better, but they drew better. A considerable amount. So we're going to see the Rogue versus the Priest.
All right. Here we are.
Here's
Best
game 5.
best words in all of THL is game 5.
Oh, it's a pirate. It's a pirate rogue. That's an aggressive deck. We'll see if they draw their weapon by turn 4.
I think every match we've casted has gone game 5. Maybe it hasn't.
I think we've had 1, 4, and 2, like 4 games, but no, yeah, we've been everything's been very close that we've casted so far. Pick up the toy boat. I think you just dig for some treasure. Sandbox Scoundrel.
Oh
All right.
my goodness. Yeah, I'll take that. Do you
Mhm.
backstab now?
Honestly, I don't know what's in his hand. I would backstab.
Yeah.
We don't have any combo cards in hand, so and the coins are there just combo cards.
Yep.
So they draw. They draw the green wing that we saw last game.
Yep. The Hosen Roughhouser.
It's just monkey. It's a Ozen is a very strong card.
It's a Canadian card. You hoser.
Oh yeah, you hoser.
All right. Fly off the shelves.
Bird watching for another one. That's gonna be an 8/7 next
My
turn.
goodness.
Hunt. It's pretty large.
Next minion you summon has 5/5 stats, so
It could.
would you do that to the Yeah,
My turn.
No, I don't think you'd be in need of it at the moment.
you're probably looking for the miniaturized scoundrel. 5/5 that instead.
Find me in the dream.
That's 2 turns of 8/7 taunt. Ooh, that is not a good pickup.
Nope.
Or it's not a bad pickup, but it's not what you're looking for at the moment. Do you just Hosen again? You sandbox and Hosen for the stats?
Do it.
You
Nope. Gonna go tiny boat or toy boat. Toy boat,
little
toy
baby
boat,
boat.
toy boat.
You've also had warm-up practice.
Yes.
Backstabs.
trust a pirate.
Plays toy boat.
Quite a few.
And another
Hosen.
Hosen.
Hosen for tempos and draw. That is a good pickup at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yikes.
Previous purchase. It will be able to destroy an enemy minion if you skill replica and probably fly off the shells and go phase here. Yep.
Well, there's a good combo.
Sandbox. Yeah, sandbox and bargain bin is just a good combo. Or toy boat into bargain bin because you.
Yeah. She already pressed the button, the location, so that 5/5 is going to hit what? I guess you could use the miniaturize. But then what do you do? That rush looks better, but
It does. Yeah, I agree with this line of doing bargain bin so you get 2 cards and
Yeah.
Space Rock and Buccaneer for next turn. Buccaneer for next turn is rather good. It's gonna be 10/10 of rush.
Starting the operation. Find me in the
And they go with the 8/8.
get a combo, destroy a random enemy card.
No, they're gonna go sandbox into bargain bin here with the 5/5 buff on the bargain bin.
Okay.
I think. Or they're gonna do dubious purchase instead.
Oops.
Ooh, that 50/50 that they were looking for did not happen.
Oops. That sucks.
Luckily, next turn they can summon 3 5/5s of rush with the lucky comment.
Yep. Just leave well enough alone, or you're gonna hit.
I'd just leave well enough unknown. You don't have enough damage on board to destroy it, or at least leave the toy boat up.
Oh.
Oh, that's a top deck.
It's only an illusion. It's okay. It doesn't exist.
I'm just gonna close my eyes
That's
and
right.
say no, it doesn't exist. 4 or 5 dragons don't exist in the real world.
That's right.
Looking to dig for some treasure. That's a pickup as well.
Mm-hmm. Now you get a 33.3333 chance of hitting the 8/7.
I'd go with the line of Lucky Comet into Bargain Buccaneer for the 15/15 of rush.
What card?
Let's go.
This is it's not too bad. They're gonna try their luck with probably an dubious purchase here.
Quite a few.
Another 50-50.
It's a better 50-50 than they had before, though.
Oh gosh.
They have all the cards though, and that keeps them alive for another turn.
Yep.
On the opposite end, we are not seeing Zaremi.
Nope.
We got all the other cards that you want to hand for, but you don't see a Zaremi. You could dig for it with a Xavius.
Kira checking out the cards while she was making a decision.
And they go with Ysera so they can gain 3
Pretty petals.
mana and have a 5/13 on board.
Did they burn anything important? Nope. Just a prep.
Preparation. Preparation could be important in this matchup, I think. Depending on how we all want to do this.
This is treasure.
This treasure ain't fit.
Jeez, that's a lot of mana discounts. Any comments? Finds the Bargain Bay Buccaneer.
Say that 3 times fast.
Bargain Bay Buccaneer. Bargain Bay. I can't.
I'm not going to.
Bargain Bin. My apologies.
Bargain bin Buccaneer.
You know, we have to talk to Team Fight about these difficult to say cards.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be talked away from it.
All right. So
Thinking here, they're gonna bash the 5/1 into the 4/1/4 and trade up the 3/5/5s that they have.
did he get it off?
They're
No.
not gonna trade. They're gonna say, "I'm gonna make you have it."
Brilliant.
Very savvy.
And they don't.
There's a good chance that they just ooh,
Spooky.
narrow X. I can't see what minion they're choosing at the moment.
No, neither can I. All it shows is bundle up, short claws, and well received. So didn't look like it hit something of value. So prize vendor.
There's a high chance here, or a chance that they go narrow X into Friar Spawn Drake so that they can hit the 1/1 and that's GG at that point.
Oh,
Or they're just gonna kill all the 5/5s on board.
Pretty petals.
Sad yourself.
another scoundrel. Cheap in the deck.
Sandbox go.
This is treasure.
There's just so many of these discounted cards.
Yep.
They've discounted so much mana of these scoundrels. It is rogue after all.
Scam rogue.
What do you want to upgrade to a 5/5 though? That is my question.
Ocean breeze puts the mind at ease.
A sailboat.
Now this
You're
is
hovering
treasure.
that scoundrel here.
What's raiding
trying
party
to get-
do?
Raiding Party draws 2 pirates from the deck and a weapon. Raiding Party would not draw all 3 cards in its instant. Last card in deck is most likely. What's it called?
Nope, not gonna make
Most
it. in time.
likely. A water cannon. Yep, that card. Which you
Lethal
usually
with
it
the
is lethal. They
Zarimi.
had Zarimi in hand. They have Briar Spawn Drake. It's lethal. It's lethal without Zarimi in hand. The 12 attack.
Yep.
Pedaling.
There we go. There's
I
your
mean, why
winner.
get fancy? You don't want to be to your opponent, do you?
What's that?
You don't want to be to your opponent and have the game go.
Nope. All right, there was some playfulness in the chat. So, all right, let me see if Chewbacca's going to be available to chat because Kira's got to go to work in a few minutes.
We got up to that point. I apologize that we went so long. It's our curse of being casters to have game fives.
All right, Chewbacca's going to join us here. That's going to be my next opponent for next week. Let's see what Chewbacca. Hey, Chewbacca, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you, thank you.
You're not going to do that to me next week, right?
It depends if you want it streamed or not.
I prefer not to go to game 5, but you know.
I mean, if we're streaming, it's gonna be a game 5 no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to do it for the content.
That's right.
Always for the contact. You're right.
So congrats on the win.
Yeah, it was definitely a good series. I've never seen Rogue or Hunter all season, so I have no clue what they do. And I don't play my own deck, so I don't know what those do either. So it was kind of just figure out what stuff does on the fly.
Yep. Yeah,
You know, that's what we all do sometimes.
you don't overthink it, you just do it.
Mm-hmm. That's a good reverse sweep. I think that was. They had a Hunter for like the first 2 games to take out many of your classes, and your priest just came back. Good job.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be about a 17-minute series, and I just get swept on Hunter.
They got lucky, by the way, on their second game. They charred a minion on your side. The stats went to the Room Baron hand instead of the what's it called, the tourist for Hunter.
I
was a
was
50-50.
I don't know what Hunter plays, so I was going to Donkey's website on the fly, trying to look at like what could be in the deck. Like I've never seen this, don't know what this is, never seen Char.
And now you know. And you also know what another card does too, right? For Druid.
Yeah, apparently
Or
that card
Demon
doesn't
Hunter.
shuffle it into your hand. It just shuffles your hand.
Yes, it does.
It seems absolutely useless of a card.
It has not been played in the competitive deck since it came.
I could see it doing for like getting lucky outcast triggers to put them in the right spots, but that's about it.
There's also a 7-mana card that puts 2 things on your outcast slot, and when they beat, they trigger 5 AoE. So I think it was supposed to go with that, but both cards are not seeing play.
Yeah, it does not seem that good.
But a good job there. I enjoyed the series. Those priest comebacks. I actually love Zarimi priest as a deck. It's pretty good against a lot of slow decks, honestly.
Yeah, I did get a little lucky at some times with the card draws, but it was definitely a fun series, though. I got to shout out Ron Mexico for teaching me how to play his favorite class, Priest.
I was just
coaching me on the sides.
Yeah. Please donate to the THL channel for Ron Mexico's coaching of Priest class itself. All levels of it.
Priest.
Yeah.
Not Hunter. Specifically Priest.
No, Ron hates Hunter. He loves Priest.
Yeah, no, same here.
Too funny. Any final words before we let you go for the evening?
No, not really. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, the
There you go.
academy, and especially Ron. And I'm looking forward to playing you again, Saku, next week.
You got it. Just, I'll ban Priest this time so that you don't have to torture yourself or Ron, for that matter, for coaching. So.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Thanks again for being on stream. Thanks to Kira for also being on stream as well. So enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
You too. Well, that wraps it up. So we had a busy weekend.
Hit 3 games today.
Yeah.
That was the first game.
First game was pretty good. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a rout, but it's one of those things. It was a hero match as well, with Ramiat taking care of Temis. So first time Temis was on stream, but it was just one of those matches where it doesn't matter what you do, because the cards are not just not landing in the right order. So
Kind of what happened to Brushy on his Demon Hunter game.
yeah, or it kind of happened between you and I in Hero.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
You played well, and I just said, okay, there it is.
The rest of your team pulled up the slack.
Yeah. I'm just the sideline coach there for Ron in World 8, obviously. So I did not know this until I listened to the podcast. If anybody else listens to VS podcast with World 8 and Zacho, apparently he's the one that put the poison in the DH Quillpore. So he's the one that thought of it through some.
I'm honestly not surprised by that at all. After working with World 8 decks,
Yeah,
that's something he would think of.
yeah, he's a genius. I know that. So good.
I'm happy he's on the VS thing. He has worked very, very hard to get where he got.
Yes, yeah, he's done a fantastic job. So, but yeah. So what's your plans for the rest of the week? Just working, going to school.
Basically work.
Yeah.
I'm out of school now. Yeah. Just work. Chores. We had I live in a city where they have the NFL draft.
Okay.
And I've been not going to grocery stores because
It's
I'm gonna be
crazy.
sold out.
Yeah.
So I'm going grocery shopping.
Well, there you go. I know it's over now, right? The NFL draft is
should
over
be.
on
Yeah.
Saturday, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's all
It
good.
did make things busier, but not like that busier in the town. I didn't actually. I'm not that big of football.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would not know what's going on.
Just why are all these people here, and why is there no food? That's pretty much it.
That's exactly how I'd act. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on this stream for the 2 matches and this morning's match. Anybody that would like to have their match streamed, we do have Friday, Saturday, Sundays. Typically, we try to do the 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock Eastern. Just seems to be the most friendliest time, but throw a time in there, and we'll see if we can make it happen if the casters and myself are available. So, thank you again.
Absolutely.
But yeah, any final words before we let everybody go there, Glacier?
Have a good week, everybody. That's all I have.
Yeah. Oh, there could be a Hearth Center. Rumor has it. Lotus Knight is dealing with some happy family stuff.
That's good to hear.
So he just freshly got married late last year, I'm pretty sure, or early this year. I can't remember. It's been a blur. So, but yeah, so he's been a little bit sidetracked with a few things. So, but yeah, hit us up. Don't be afraid. New players, old players.
I will not bad talk you like I talk Persia Judah. That's a very specific case.
There you go. So, but thanks everybody again. We will hopefully see you next Friday or Saturday. Have a great week. Be safe out there.